Well, we're almost 72 hours away from Election Day, and I thought I'd sit with you and talk about a couple of issues that I think are really significant for this latest campaign. Before I do that, though, I have to admit I've met thousands of people over the last 6 to 9 months, and I've come away with some basic conclusions about how the voters in the Lehigh and Northampton County feel. First of all, there's a strong sense of concern and even elevating to anger about how they feel cheated and misrepresented by both state and federal governments. And in talking with most of the voters, I've tried to explain a couple of positions that I think are fairly important to them. The first one is community rights. We have a state government now that seems to overshadow the needs and requirements and the desires of the local community and its citizens. I think this is wrong, and I think it should be changed. And how do we do that? Depends upon who we elect in office to represent these citizens in Harrisburg. I have a strong propensity to take the position that the people within the community have and to use the word very, very sincerely, and that word is representation, which means you represent the will of the people, not the will of a party. Now, I'm not saying the Republicans are right or wrong, nor either are the Democrats right or wrong. But what I do see is that the system of government now is broken. I've heard that terminology over and over, and I firmly agree with that. The system is broken. Well, how do we fix it? We don't put a Band-Aid on a cancer. You have to resolve the problem by going to the root cause of the problem. And the problem is big government. Government is existing as a cancer in the sense that it continues to grow and utilize all the resources of the people. What I would suggest is that we size down government and right-size the rights of the community through referendums and initiatives, which is a topic we'll discuss at a later time. The other point that I think is really important is what I call voter access or ballot access. Third-party candidates such as myself have a very, very high bar to come over in order to qualify for an election. Typically, a Republican or a Democrat goes through a primary system, collects 1,000 signatures, gets his vote on the ballot, and they're elected sometime in May to represent their particular party. Third-party candidate has to, in most cases, collect an inordinate number of signatures and then is privy to the possibility of being challenged by one of the major party candidates. This is totally unfair and unreasonable. The bar should be leveled so that any individual who has a desire to work in the mode of a public servant or public service individual should have a right to do that, and the people should have a right to decide whether or not they want to be represented by that individual. I think that's fair, and I think it's the smart thing to do. More qualified people, more intelligent people, more people with organizational skills would find themselves in the political structure, helping communities, helping the county, helping the state, and helping the nation. I think that's one of the major things that needs to be changed in order to get away from the skins and shirts approach that we have to local, state, and national politics. Thank you very much.